This is not a video about team building or pizza parties or other ways of trying to force people to have fun. It also isn't about pretending that really boring work is actually secretly fun. Rather, I want to make the point that it's not just possible to have fun at work while being a leader, but that being a leader really should include at least some fun. Think about the people you work with. How many of them would you describe as fun people? At least a few, I'd bet. And then there's probably a few that you would say are definitely not fun. And how does that break down among the leaders you work with? Now, part of this answer is going to depend on exactly what the relationship is you have with these other leaders. So it's like when you're at school in the staff room, the other teachers might find Mrs. Jones to be the life and soul of the party, but to the children, she might still come across as strict and decidedly not fun. So it might be that you don't find your CEO or CTO fun, but perhaps they actually have quite a lot of fun at work, just not in a way that they choose to make obvious to you. But why is that? Why shouldn't leaders have fun at work? And why shouldn't they show that? I think there's a danger that we create this black and white dichotomy between fun and serious, meaning that if you're fun at work, you can't be serious, which means you can't be taken seriously, which in turn means you must not be any good at your job. But this is obviously nonsense. Some of the people I work with that are the most fun to work with are the ones that are also the best at their jobs. In fact, if I put it the other way around, it's probably more obvious. It's not much fun working with people who are not good at their jobs. Now, in terms of showing your fun side, there's a bit of a timing element to it. Once you've proven that you can get shit done and you're reliable and you're smart, once everyone already knows that you're great at your job, then there's really no harm in letting people know you're also fun. But not everyone is going to judge you this way. I bet you don't judge other people that way. Or rather, I hope you don't. In fact, I met someone who's at the pretty extreme end of being overtly fun the other day, and they're in a pretty senior role at Google. And rather than thinking that their fun personality indicated a problem with their competence, the main thing I ended up thinking was, wow, they must be really good at their job to be able to get away with having so much fun at work. But still, we're talking about two separate things here. There's having fun and there's showing that fun to other people. I'm not going to tell you that you should definitely be doing the latter, i.e. showing your fun side at work. This is going to depend on your situation. But I do think you should be doing the former, having fun at work. Or to put it another way, I'm going to give you permission to have fun at work. Now, I know I'm not your boss, unless I am. So it's not up to me, but actually, it's not up to your boss either. Your boss can't dictate that you can't have fun while you do your job, and neither can anyone else. So I'm going to take on the task of giving you permission to have fun in your job. And if you do have fun, in my experience, it gets easier and easier to show other people the fun that you're having. And that has a knock-on effect of implicitly giving them the same permission to have fun themselves. It's like one of those vicious circles we hear so much about, but the good kind, a virtuous circle. But what does it actually mean to have fun as a leader? It doesn't mean ignoring your work and doing something more fun instead. And it doesn't mean pretending something really dull is actually fun. No, it just means looking for the fun in what you do. So a friendly, respectful joke you make at the start of a meeting, a smile or a fist bump you share with a colleague as you pass them in the corridor, a chat about your favorite YouTube leadership channel over lunch, or just finding the joy in a spreadsheet. During COVID, on a project I was leading, we played a song at the beginning of every online team meeting. And when I meet someone for the first time, I like to start by getting to know them a little, asking them a question about the children's drawing on the wall behind them, if we're talking over video chat, for example. And you might not find those things fun, but they're fun to me. And I bet you can find small things like that you do find fun. And if something funny happens in the office, laugh out loud or at least smile at the person sitting at the next desk. Sing a song quietly to yourself as you go to the water cooler for a drink. And if you have a fixed desk at work, if you're not hot desking, keep personal things on it. It helps to make your desk feel more like somewhere you belong. But it also gives you the opportunity to have physical instantiations of fun right at your fingertips. A fidget toy, a Rubik's Cube, a funny picture, a squishmallow, whatever. Smile more. You might have heard about that study that showed the positive effects smiling can have on you. They found that if people held a pencil in their mouths, they felt happier. Why? Because holding a pencil in your mouth makes you smile. Kind of. So smiling happens automatically when you're happy, but it also works the other way around. Smiling can make you feel happier. I have a colleague called Paul. He's a very experienced, fairly senior engineering leader, and he has a reputation for being a great leader who gets things done. He wears sparkly Crocs to work, which I think is because he likes to remind himself and the people around him that it's okay to have fun and to be fun at work. Now, these are all pretty tiny things, but what I found is that an accumulation of these little things can make a huge difference to your enjoyment of your job. And like I said before, the real point I want to make is that being a leader doesn't mean you can't keep doing these things. In fact, it makes it even more important that you do for two reasons. First, because you need to look after your own well-being, and having fun is a great part of doing that. Second, you should be setting a good example for the people you lead, not just in what you do, but how you do it. One of my favorite leaders in the world is someone called Lila, who I work with, and Lila has a big job with a lot of responsibility, but she smiles all the time. She laughs and she jokes, and she does it without shame or embarrassment. It's part of why I admire her so much. And it's part of what makes her a great leader. So next time you're in a boring meeting or you're on the train on the way to work or whatever, look for a way to make it more fun. And as long as that bit of fun isn't going to be disruptive, do it. And sometimes disruption is what's really needed in a meeting. So sometimes, not often, but occasionally, do it even if it is disruptive. What's the worst that could happen? Another reason for showing a fun side at work is that it can help build psychological safety, but only if it's done in the right way. And for more information on that, check out the video that's on screen now. And if you found this video even just a little bit fun, please click on the like button or even subscribe. It helps my videos to be seen by more people. Bye. See you soon.